Diné Bí Ná'álkid Time was co-created with myself and Dr. Shauna Begay, and it started a couple years ago. We wanted to help try to save our Navajo language, and we're both big fans of Sesame Street, so we decided to model our show after Sesame Street.
My first thought was, okay, I can just dub over Sesame Street in Navajo and it can be good enough, right? But you really have to kind of decolonize Sesame Street because it has different learning objectives than us as Navajo people would have. We learn differently, we have different way of kinships, we have different way of addressing each other, we have our clan systems, we have our connection to place, our connection to the land, and those things are important even as a little child. So our learning objectives are really different on the reservation as opposed to the city life, so to speak.
My name is Nineveh, and I am here to introduce you to this new place.
Nanaba is the star of our show. She's a 5-year-old girl living on the reservation who speaks fluent Navajo, and she's going to be teaching kids on the show how to speak Navajo. And then we have Ga, which is Rabbit. He hasn't been speaking lately, but he's going to be a character as well. And then we have a grandfather, who is the horned toad. We call him that in a Navajo way, grandfather. And then we have Glo, which means prairie dog.
The animals don't necessarily talk in today's world because that would be taboo, that wouldn't be culturally appropriate. But they do talk if we're gonna do any kind of skits or any kind of stories about our creation stories, our coyote stories.
There's definitely things to consider when we were making the puppets. Cultural norms and dress. One of them being the dress and the garb is trying to make it traditional for the puppets in the film. There's going to be other puppets that are more modern to sort of bridge the gap between what's considered traditional and what modern children are experiencing today.
I want to introduce you to...
My name is Nanaba. I am trying to help other kids learn the Navajo language. The best part about being on the show is that I get to introduce kids to all of my friends and my good human friend, Taya, who is going to help us understand a little bit more about the culture and the language.
Taya Marie Begay in Share Hask Isli in Sle Tatnizatni Bashishti Toha Glini Dashishte Toba Head Dashinale. This is Prairie Dog. He messes around a lot, and me and Prairie Dog hang out a lot. And I am very excited about the show. And when me and him talk about the show, we always laugh together because we think that sometimes it's funny. Max and Yanaba are cute, and Max is one of my favorite characters.
My name is Max Chi. I'm about this big, and about that big, and my birthday is coming up, and my mom is over there somewhere, and I love my grandma, and I love my sheep, and I like sheep camp, and I like to talk a lot, and I love saying people's names really loud. The show is just Max and all my buddies, and we're just all hanging out at the net talk and hanging out and having a good time talking about numbers and talk about letters and talk about animals and places and cool things. All right, guys, let's go that way.
I just noticed we've been walking around Comic-Con and the puppets are talking to the kids, and what I noticed is even though the puppeteer is talking with full voice and the puppets are talking, the kids don't even pay attention to the adult. They pay attention to the puppet. And that already shows me that kids are already going to be engaged with the show because they're going to be able to relate to another Native American, another Navajo on screen. Everybody loves it. Everybody wants to see it happen. Everybody's been wanting it to happen. People want to see it now. They said, where can I stream it? I want my child. We've gotten about $37,000 worth of donations so far, and the messages that come in, private messages, people, they're doing it they're donating for their kids, for their grandkids, because they never learned and they want their children to learn. So people want to see this project up and running because there's nothing else like it.
The best part about being Navajo is my clans, my mother, my father, and all of my grandparents who have taught me that I belong in the Navajo Nation and at my home.
All this is the best part. Be proud of who you are and where you're from, no matter where you're from. That's what my grandma says. How about I ask you questions?